her and Racine both referring to their mother as God, because for all intents and purposes, she is. She is their creator. She has seemingly resurrected from the dead, and who could ever casually dismiss God's commands? There is their mother, God, their father, the monster, or more simply, man. Each and every character is black.
In his essay, Troubling the Demonic, Anti-Blackness, Heterosexual Black Masculinity, and the Study of Religion in North America, Dr. Ronald Neal refers to the imaginary demonic. I raise questions that are particular to an American imaginary and that render heterosexual black masculinities in demonic terms. This imaginary that plagues U.S. society has roots in history and is pervasive in nature, and is very much evident within and outside of the study of religion.
Imagine finding out that your mother, who you thought died in a fire, was actually alive but on her deathbed, and gives you the request and task to go and find the father that left you guys for dead and make sure he's dead.
What I call a demonic American imaginary is made explicit with reference to select expressions of black masculinity, their current and past history in the United States. The overall consequence of this demonic American imaginary is the criminalization of heterosexual black masculinity.
Is God Is. The film follows two sisters that go about a journey of revenge for their mother after they find out that she is alive, and they seek out to take revenge on their father who left them for dead and burned their mother alive.
I argue that constructions of black masculinity within gender and religious studies has, together with gender studies more broadly, played a key role in shaping and maintaining this demonic imaginary in the United States through their impact on popular culture.
I love a movie that is like for the culture, rooted in us. In it, you see Vivica Fox on the bed, and she has scars on her face. And so they're like, oh, Mom, we thought you were dead, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I'm not dead, but I'm on my deathbed, and I want you to go find the man who did this. Your daddy.
Your daddy tried to burn us up.
Although all black Americans were the objects of policing and terror, black American men were the primary targets of this regime. Black American men were ritually sacrificed for the sake of upholding law and maintaining order.
No peace until he's gone.
In America's past, as well as the present, the demonic imaginary, when projected upon black American men, is a conservative force that preserves the legacies of American racism. The ritual sacrifice of black male bodies through their death is what characterizes this legacy.
Make your daddy dead.
It is important to consider the precise manner in which black men are constructed as threats that necessitates ritual death for the maintenance of order. With a movie poster of two strong, young, yet disfigured black women standing on the hood of a burning car symbolizing their burning desire for revenge, flanked by the words, "Is God Is," and a caption reading, "Make your daddy dead, real dead," it would be very difficult to find a better example of the demonic imaginary that Dr. Ronald Neal speaks of than this.
Please tell me you have seen the trailer for Is God Is. I just watched the official trailer and I am shooketh. The movie comes out May 15th, and I cannot wait to watch, y'all. I'm so serious.
Even though this movie doesn't come out until the summer, I'm already ready to carry it on my back for award season. Yes, I have this much faith in the film already. The movie comes out in theaters May 15th through Orient Pictures.
Is God Is looks like it's going to be one of the best movies of this year.
All in all, I am really excited to see this movie May 15th when it comes out.
I've been waiting for the project that was going to make me so excited that I can't shut up about it until it comes out, and that is God Is. Aesthetics, casting, also poster and trailer alone. With Beyonce, Yaya playing in the background, we see all these like dope clues of what type of journey they're about to be on, and honestly, sign me up.
Y'all already know what we're doing over here. This is on the Black Media calendar for Q2. If anybody at the studio needs someone to do the press junket, your girl's available.
Who hasn't dreamt of setting their father on fire? 18 years after twins Anaya and Racine witnessed their father burn their mother alive, they are given a singular task on her deathbed: to make their daddy dead, real dead, and destroy all he attempted to destroy them for.
In 1992, the movie Boomerang faced criticism for its black love romantic comedy script and cast because they were all black. Fast forward 34 years later, we have an all-black cast. There's just black love missing.
Growing up a girl and letting people do things to you for years and years and years means your anger will turn biblical. Anger that is incoherent, unidentifiable, and inconsolable. And that is the anger eating at the heart of Is God Is.
You see Vivica Fox on the bed, and she has scars on her face. And so they're like, oh, Mom, we thought you were dead, blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I'm not dead, but I'm on my deathbed and I want you to go find the man who did this, your daddy. Now they go on this journey to actually find their father to exact revenge. And on this journey, they meet his old wife, Erica Alexander, who is a pastor. Then they meet his lawyer, played by McKelty Williamson. Then they meet his new wife, played by Janelle Monáe.
This film has a stacked cast. We're talking about Sterling K. Brown, Vivica A. Fox, Cara Young, Marilee Johnson, McKelty Williamson, Janelle Monáe, Erica Alexander.
Although initially Anaya is hesitant, she and Racine assumed the mission. Her and Racine both referring to their mother as God, because for all intents and purposes, she is. She is their creator. She has seemingly resurrected from the dead, and who could ever casually dismiss God's commands?
Imagine finding out that your mother, who you thought died in a fire, was actually alive but on her deathbed, and gives you the request and task to go and find the father that left you guys for dead and make sure he's dead. That's the premise of the Aleshea Harris feature.
I've lived with this story for about a decade, a little bit longer, and to have this many people respond to it, to basically have been given a megaphone for this story that I've lived with and loved deeply is incredible.
Is God Is. The film follows two sisters that go about a journey of revenge for their mother after they find out that she is alive, and they seek out to take revenge on their father who left them for dead and burned their mother alive. The play, originally written by Aleshea Harris.
I hope that people are thinking about rage, about Black women's rage in particular, but also about the cost of that rage, what it means to hold it.
Is God is the film adaptation of Aleshea Harris's Obie-winning play. So the movie centers on twins, Francine and Anaya, played by Cara Young and Marilee Johnson. When they were young, they got scarred from a fire, which they thought took their mother. However, they come to find out that the mother they thought was dead is actually alive. So she summons them, and this is where the aesthetic parts come in, okay? I love a movie that is like for the culture, rooted in us.
I hope that people are thinking about rage, about Black women's rage in particular, but also about the cost of that rage, what it means to hold it, the cost of someone who's wreaking vengeance on someone else. What is the cost on the person who is seeking that vengeance, right? But also sisterhood, the divinity of sisterhood, deep sibling love, mother love. There's a lot going on in this story that I hope people sit with.
There's nothing that I adore like a striking revenge story, and I adore the way this premise is pitched because every character that comprises a member of the main cast receives a Kill Bill-style title card. There is their mother, God, their father, the monster, or more simply, man. The twins themselves are divided between Racine the Rough and Anaya the Quiet. Each and every character is Black, and their experiences, in the words of the original play director Mumbi Otus, are mythologized. And mythologized in the way you would a Greek tragedy.
I am always trying to use narrative to be disruptive, to call out a problematic status quo.
I'm incredibly excited for this film. It's steeped in all my favorite themes for a film to explore: revenge, feminine rage, redemption. It premieres in May, and I believe it genuinely has the potential to garner the same public success that Sinners.
The best that I can do is make an amazing story, a story that loves Black women.
I believe it genuinely has the potential to garner the same public success that Sinners did, as I believe they both share a similar heart, and I am desperate for more folks to talk about it.
Dr. Neal continues, troubling Black masculinities. One specific expression of the demonic imaginary in colleges and universities are the accounts of heterosexual Black men in the current genre of works by Black American gender theorists, Black feminists, and queer scholars.
This play shows us in all different ways. Can you talk about that? And because for those who don't know, this is the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month in February for the United States. What a time for that to happen, and what a time for this play. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, no, it's truly the words of Aleshea Harris. I think that she has really given us the door and the access, the opportunity just to really just take up space. I think I love that when we met with her, she said like she put all this stuff in the play because she was just greedy. And I think that is something I think a lot of time frames Black women don't get the opportunity to be greedy, or if that comes off, it becomes in a negative connotation, not in the way that actually I deserve more and I want more and I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think it's such a huge thing. I think she's given us.
Dr. Neal lists a variety of works that he says traffic in the accounts of heterosexual Black masculinity where the demonic imaginary is evident. In a word, these scholars have contributed to the problem that this chapter seeks to overcome. At the end of the 20th century and during the first decades of the 21st century, these scholars have produced a genre that reinscribes a mythic view of heterosexual Black men as brutes and savages. In much the way last summer belonged to Sinners, as well as a variety of awards, this summer may indeed belong to Is God Is, except instead of a story of vampires, it's the story of the demonic imaginary of Black men. Maybe it's a coincidence, but any film that says that black women are God and that black men are demons seems to resonate with certain groups of people. They also seem to be the kinds of films that are guaranteed to do very well at the box office amongst certain groups. Maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe it's just some people saying we can indeed cash in on certain demographics by saying that black men are brutes and strong black women are going to hunt them down and take them out. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.